It's a Tyler Perry production. At the end of every show, it says created, written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry. So that should already tell you. So I just came across this show called If Loving You Is Wrong. I personally do not think that I am Mr. Perry's core or target demographic. But this show was suggested to me because I watched Queen Sugar. So I saw it come up in my suggestions and I was like, here go Hulu, trying to match things that don't match. But I was like, you know what? I don't have a show that I'm currently watching right now, so let me try it out. I was like, I'll watch the first episode. I'll probably have a good laugh at how bad it is. And then, you know, I can move on. So I watched the first episode. And it wasn't until season 1, probably episode 10 or 12, that I realized I was hooked. If y'all are not watching this show, what are you doing with your life? It is the black soap opera I have wanted for my entire life. You ever watch a soap opera or just any TV show and it has black people in it? Sometimes it don't even have to have black people in it, but you're looking at that show and you're like this. That's not real life. No one would ever do that. And then if it does have black people in it, you're like, ain't no black person acting like this. This is some made for TV bull, right? Not this show. I'm telling you, this is the show we have all wanted and didn't even know that we did. There were so many moments, so many, where I was like, nodding along, cracking up the entire time. If it's one thing, Mr. Perry is a very creative individual. However, I think the man needs therapy. I don't know where he comes up with these storylines. Like, in all honesty, I'm like, sir, are you okay? Are you okay? And then I was like, what does it say about me that my two favorite characters in the whole series are Eddie and Randall? Eddie is a white man, country as hell. He's a police officer. He says very, very insensitive and inappropriate things. He's a cokehead. He robs drug dealers. All kinds of stuff. Now, when the show first started, he would say stuff and people would be like, oh my God, you're such a racist. And he was like, I'm not a racist. I'm just telling the truth. And I liked that. You know what I mean? And then somewhere around season 3, they turned the man into a racist because somebody was like, oh, you're such a racist. He was like, hell yeah, I'm a racist and I'm damn proud of it. I still didn't hate him though. I could not get enough of Eddie in this show. Joel Rush, but Mr. Rush, the man is fine. Okay? I was like, I want to marry him and have his babies. And I don't want to have any more babies. So that should tell you how fine I think this man is. He is an amazing actor. And whoever writes for him, if it is Tyler Perry, because I'm like, I don't know how Tyler's doing everybody dialogue. I really don't. But whoever writes for Joel, for his character of Eddie, because his delivery of your creation is amazing. Just the way he talks, his stature, and his body. Whew, baby. Now, Mr. Randall. So Randall is a black man. He's a psychologist, even though sometimes they called him a psychiatrist, but he was prescribing drugs to people, and I'm like, psychologists can't prescribe drugs, but psychiatrists can. He's a low-down dirty dog. Low-down dirty dog. And I think the actor who plays him is Eltony Williams. He is another phenomenal actor. I want to say in season 1, which was a whole 42 episodes, what was I doing with my life? Like, I literally watched this show, all 5 seasons, in less than a week. Like, when I say less than a week, like I started on a Friday afternoon and I finished yesterday afternoon. Yesterday was Wednesday. And I work full time. Okay? Just put it out there. I was hooked, riveted. Randall, the character, is a character. He is wild for the night. He is literally the black version of Eddie. The man torturing. Great God Almighty, the man torturing. But when I tell you this, the stuff he was doing. And then somewhere around like season 3, he started like embodying Randall. Like his mannerisms, even his facial expressions. Like at one point he was like, "Oh, get out of here, ghetto girl." He was like, "Ain't no weed shop here for you to get your hair did." He was like, "Ain't no check cash in a liquor store around here. Get gone." He was like, "You walk to the grocery store? Who does that? You ain't got no car. Where's your car at?" And of course the woman he was talking about ain't had no car, but I was like, "Damn, Randall, you ain't gotta go that hard for her." And come to find out, Randall was over here gaslighting his patients, making them think that they were more mentally ill or just completely crazy than they actually were. And he would get called to testify in certain court hearings. He would do jury selections. So you got a whole insane man who is a psychologist / psychiatrist. I'm going to just say slash because like I said, this script was all over the place. They abandoned storylines, created new ones out of thin air, forgot that they said certain stuff about certain characters and came back. But I was still invested. One of the best parts, I think, was when the character of Natalie, the ghetto girl that he was getting on, Randall was bothering some woman. And Natalie was like, "Why don't you leave that man's wife alone? Leave her alone. Like, go home." And Randall is like, "You go home. You leave me alone. Make me sick." Chasing after her up and down the street. She was like, "You know what?" And she looks around like this and she picks up, it's a branch, but this was like a baby tree. She literally picked it up and she was like, "I am so sick and tired of you. Get in your house. Get in your house." She literally beat his ass with that tree branch up the block until he went into his house. And then he did what all little children do, but mostly black kids. Go in the house, slam the door. Because you know you in safety now. And he opens it and he's like, "Nah." And then she was like, she pump faked at him and he ran back in the house. Genius. Absolute genius. I was like, this is realistic. I could see this happening. I have seen this happen before. Yes, I have. The show is amazing in the worst and best ways. What I didn't like though, and I think I know what it is. Like I tried to find information, but I couldn't really find it. I want to say that maybe the show got canceled mid-season in season 5 because it looked like it would have been like your mid-season finale, if you will, and then like you would have come back for the rest of the season. So I would have liked them to have finished season 5. We only got 12 episodes, but I feel like there could have been another 12. Like the storyline's just kind of like, eh. And in season 5, everybody either was a murderer or had been murdered. It's on Hulu, all 5 seasons. If you're not watching, if you have not watched, please go watch it. Please, please, please. I've already gotten 2 other people hooked on this show. I need you to watch it. It is amazing. Trust me on this. Trust me. It's amazing.